the world's leading poker publication. Welcome back to Poker Tonight. Scott Huff alongside Joe Sebok. Stick around later in the segment for Dana Workman and the Weekly Misdeal. But for now, it's time for Sebok and I to go all in blind. We're going to take on some of the week's biggest poker news happening off the felt, and we have no advanced knowledge of the topics whatsoever. 3 mystery topics in those envelopes right there. Sebok, are you ready?
Born ready.
To argue with me, I'm sure you are.
Every day, my friend. Okay. Darvin Moon is set to host a tournament series at the West Virginia Casino where he won his World Series of Poker seat. So, bigger flip-flop. Darvin Moon claims to want to avoid the spotlight and then appears in everything, or Brett Favre's retirement.
I'm gonna go for the steal here, since we're a poker show. I'm going with Darvin Moon. I mean, the guy says he's gonna disappear into the Maryland woods and never come out. And now, if you offer him $5 and a bag of donuts, he shows up at your casino and plays. So it's Darvin Moon, 100%.
Now I respect you, but you're wrong. 100% wrong. We're talking about one of the biggest flip-flops in history, Brett Favre. Retirement, the Vikings, the Jets, the Packers. As much as I love poker, I don't really think that you can argue with this one. This one's going to be Brett Favre for the win.
All right, agree to disagree.
Agree to be wrong, as we should have said.
The 2010 World Series of Poker schedule has been announced. There's a new 8-game 50K Players Championship and a 25K no-limit shorthanded event. Which is likely to bust more bankrolls, these two events, or the cost of eating for 55 days in the poker kitchen?
Well, yeah, with apologies to the hot dogs at the poker kitchen, I think it's pretty difficult to argue that a $50,000 tournament and a $25,000 tournament aren't going to dent people's bankrolls. I mean, this is poker. People only have so much money, even for hot dogs.
All right, well, this just in, the hot dogs accept your apology. Although I will say you can win in the 50K 8 game. You can win in the 25K shorthanded. You can't win at the poker kitchen.
Well, you can win heartburn. There's a lot of things that you can win in the kitchen.
I don't want to win that. The only thing that you can win is your meal, and you'll never get that money back. And as a member of the poker media with a very small Vegas stipend, I am going with the poker kitchen.
I don't know if I can agree. I think that's another checkbox on the Sebok side.
Well, luckily you're not judging.
All right, last question. Isildur 1 reportedly lost $4 million recently. Who will be the bigger flash in the pan? Isildur 1 or the XFL?
I love the XFL. I'm so sad that it's gone. I mean, Isildur, how long did his bankroll last? 2 weeks?
Do you miss He Hate Me? Do you miss
Yeah, I miss He Hate Me. The XFL lasted 3 weeks. His bankroll lasted about 2. So I think maybe Isildur's the bigger flash in the pan here.
Well, I have to completely disagree with that. He's already building up his bankroll in Europe. Just because he lost to some of the biggest players in the world, he's going to be back. There's no question. I don't even think he really is a flash in the pan. So I'm going to go with Isildur on this one.
All right. Well, it's time to open up our eyes again and our ears, as it's time for Dana Workman and the Weekly Misdeal, brought to you by Bluff Magazine, the world's leading poker publication.
Thanks, guys. Welcome to the Weekly Misdeal, your one-stop shop for all poker's meanest headlines, from soup to the nuts. As Scott and Joe previously reported, the World Series of Poker has released their 2010 schedule. A 50K Players Championship was added this year in order to incorporate more games and an all no-limit hold'em final table. What happened to the 50K horse? Well, it's living out the rest of its days on a nice, beautiful farm somewhere. Don't worry, we swear. According to his blog, Gus Hansen will be taking a break from poker in order to think some things over. Yeah, sure, Gus. You know, you say you want to take a break, but I bet you'll change your mind the second poker tries to hook up with someone else. In fact, Isildur 1's looking kind of hot. And speaking of Isildur 1, it's time for the Poker2Nite Gift of the Week. Some online players have been sharing information to combat the Swedish mystery man. So Poker2Nite would like to present you guys with something that would have saved you a lot of time. And it's the perfect thing for taking apart anything Swedish. An Allen wrench. He'd have folded like a wood grain finish collapsible bookcase from IKEA. In a recent vlog, Daniel Negreanu called Phil Hellmuth delusional. Hellmuth responded by jingling each of his 11 bracelets 11 times before heading off for a froyo in his invisible flying rocket-powered Roman chariot. I'm Dana Workman, and this has been your Weekly Misdeal, pulling this show out of the muck since 2009.
All right, Dana, thank you. Still to come on Poker2Nite, the poker community rallies together on behalf of one of their own. Poker gives back on Poker2Nite right after this.
You guys have got to check out the Poker2Nite Pro Challenge. It's sick. $30,000 in prizes for free. UB.net is giving away 2 World Series of Poker main event pro deals, including a seat in the 2010 WSOP main event, travel expenses, a night out with Huff and me, an exclusive training session with Annie Duke or Phil Hellmuth, and tons of free gear. All you have to do is sign up on ub.net with the promo code Poker2Nite. You'll get an email with info on how to win one of the 2 main event seats given away every single week for free. ub.net, promo code Poker2Nite. Hope to see you guys in Vegas.
Poker Tonight has been brought to you by ub.net. Welcome back to Poker Tonight. I'm Scott Huff, and alongside me right here is Joe Sebok.
You may have noticed that my hair was even shorter last week, Huff. Of course, that's because I took part in an event where a bunch of poker players got together and we all shaved our heads in support of a good friend of mine, Poker2Nite, who's fighting a courageous battle.
It's just incredible how much people have really reached out to me. I've gotten messages from people that I've never met before, and they just, rooting me on.
So there's 7 of us flipping, and we're gonna get 7 cards, 4 black, 3 red, or something like that. And we'll have 2 different teams. One team's, the black team, one team's the red team. And then Twee's gonna cut a card, and whichever, if that card's red or black, that team's all gonna get their head shaved.
Where's the jokers at?
Okay, this one.
Yeah, me too.
We just drew the black 3. That means these guys are gonna come with me and they're gonna get their head shaved. All right, guys, you ready?
Let's go.
I have received nothing but support and love, and a lot of people that came, they all live in different parts of the world, and besides the World Series, I never see them. So seeing them today just makes it so much better, and it's definitely been something to remember.
Wow, it's pretty short.
I am most excited to see my boyfriend shave his head.
That doesn't sound good.
It looks good. It's all like a rooster.
Whoa! Whoa! I look like Mr. T.
What I'm doing, I don't really have a choice, so. But I think it's pretty cool that they have a choice and they're choosing to make me smile.
Wow, it really is great to see Twee smiling in that video.
Absolutely. We're all proud of you, Twee. That's all the time we have for Poker Tonight. Join us again next week. Until then, be sure to visit ub.net for more information on the Poker Tonight Pro Challenge. But for now, I'd like to thank our guest, 2009 Player of the Year, Eric Baldwin. Thank you. For Dana Workman and Joe Sebok, this is Scott Huff saying keep our seats open and happy holidays.